Hello, everyone. Welcome. So, today I wanted to touch upon how do you make yourself expensive? How do you make yourself, in fact, not cheap? Now, what does that mean? You need to realize there is a price for everything, even you, even your soul in a certain way. It's about, are you willing to let someone quote that price and buy you? Or are you willing to avoid the temptation to buy into a quote for yourself, for someone buying you, and following the dream which is inside of you, following the dream which was actually given to you by the universe to be realized through you in this lifetime. Being true to that path, and going about and getting that into fruition other than working to build someone else's dream. Do you have that? What it takes inside of you? That is what we're going to be discovering today. So you need to realize that when someone is actually paying you to work for them, so you are trading your time and your effort for the money that they're offering, and that money you're going to be using so that you could continue to sustain what you would call as a living, that you continue to sustain doing what you are doing today, well into tomorrow, and well into the day after that, month after month. That is the simplest understanding of what a paycheck is. So, by you offering your energy, your time, compromising the time that you could have spent building your own dream, and when you offer that to somebody else who is an entrepreneur, who is an owner of a company, who is an owner of an enterprise, who is an owner of a certain vision, when you are offering them that, they are offering you in return a paycheck, which is a token of what they have built using your energy. They have thought about their dream into reality, and their dream, when it's in coming into reality, is bringing about all of these fruits, is bringing about so much abundance, and they are rewarding you for helping them in their journey by giving you a paycheck. Now, when you look at it from their perspective, there's absolutely nothing wrong, because they are being true to what was probably inside of them, right? Now, you could probably say, oh, it's like he's not a first generation entrepreneur, he's probably a third or fourth generation entrepreneur, it's a family business, etc., etc., etc. But wherever that origin did come from, that origin had to be true to itself for it to sustain so many years, for it to sustain all the test of time and all the tribunals, and be able to pay you this so-called paycheck. But the thing that we need to look at is they're being true to whatever's yeah flowing through them. But how do we get out of if you're in a rat race, or if you're in this constant struggle of knowing that you have what it takes inside you. You have a dream which, whenever you go to sleep, you just know that you have this business idea inside of you. You have this passion inside of you. You have probably the pursuit to be an artist. You probably have the pursuit to be a musician like me, a full-time one. You probably have all these things inside you, but you are still doubting yourself. You are still not having the courage to say that I will put my energy, my time, and my focused attention into building the dream which is inside of me, and not actually trading the effort, the time, and the effort, the time, and my focus into building somebody else's dream and getting a paycheck in return, and continuing to live the way that I'm living right now. Now, there are many ways of approaching this. One of the ways which I generally look at is to not do something radical, but to do it in a steady way, but by understanding it completely. Now, if what they are actually paying you, the so called paycheck, is allowing you to build your dream on the sidelines, what you would call as part-time, is allowing you to maybe work by day, but in the evenings or in the nights or in the weekends especially, you're getting a chance to work on your dream. This is giving you enough stability so you don't have to think about it, and you can continue to build your dream And slowly there will come a time when you'll be able to take it full time, or at least take it really big, in a way that starts to sustain you. Well, that's totally fine. But if you are having this dream inside you, you know that you're an entrepreneur, you know you have a passion inside, and you're just working for the paycheck and continuing to sustain a life which is your current reality, it actually makes no sense, because this is the reality which is going to be duplicated tomorrow and the day after that. And like, you need to stop yourself and ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this the duplication that I want? Is this a continuity that I want? Or do I want something more? Do I want to be more true to what I have inside of myself? That is the point at which you could slowly begin to shift. It don't need to be radical in most times. Some cases, yes, but in most cases, it's possible. Keep your paycheck, to keep your so-called day job, and build things in the after hours. But now what's happening is the nature of the paycheck is changing. The paycheck is not just allowing you a continuity of your everyday routine, which isn't taking you anywhere. It's allowing you a continuity of a dream which you're getting to build in the side, which could one day become really big, and which is totally yours. And that is the value that you have inside of you, which the universe has given you. A dream is a blessing. It's given inside you so that you could bring it out someday and share it to the world. And when you share it to the world is enlightened by what came from inside of you. And that, in my opinion, is true happiness. It's cannot be yeah, it's priceless and cannot actually have a price tag on you. So the part of you that didn't actually work for money, but work towards bringing this entrepreneurial dream into a reality, is actually the priciest part of it all. Is actually the most expensive part. The other thing which happens is when you start working like this, when you start working, when you're actually taking money just so that you are getting the time to build your dream, then you're actually not working for money. Technically, you're already kind of escaping the rat race. You're kind of already going out of it, because you are just using the money as a fuel for you to continue to do the miles that it takes to achieve your dream. So now you're slowly not working for money. And any entrepreneur who's successful will tell you that they work to build their business assets, that they work to build their, for example, if you would consider even to be an artist or a musician, you're actually not working for the money. You're working to build the chops, the musical refinement, the performance skills, which are your assets, which end up drawing in more money, which end up drawing in more abundance, which end up drawing in more self-expression. So any entrepreneur, whatever the nature, will always tell you that the assets, the business assets, the assets, that is the self-developed assets inside of you, the qualities you have, the skills you have, are your true wealth. And when you are putting your energies into developing that, you're already not working for money. And now what happens? Money starts working for you. And that is how you actually truly become expensive, because there is no price at which you get sold for anybody. And slowly but steadily, the bar rises and you become something which is worth coming to, but not worth calling for with a certain amount on a paycheck. So that is how you make yourself expensive. Work to build your passions, mate. Let's do this together. Ciao.